Um, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's going back all the time. No, I thought I could handle it on my own. Didn't want. I think it was more of a pride thing. Didn't want to ask for help. Didn't want to seem. I don't know how to word it. I thought I could just handle it on my own.
Yeah.
I thought, it's the way I grew up. It's you don't ask for help if it's a very hush small town kind of an area. So it's like you keep your business to yourself kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So I think it was kind of almost like a cultural thing in a way. It's just you kind of find your P's and Q's. You don't ask for help unless you really, really need it. And I thought this was something that I could handle. And being in the military as a female, it's kind of the expectation that, oh, you're gonna ask for help, you're gonna need help, you're the weaker sex. But learning about the option to actually receive that help, and not just oh, well, you need help kind of a way, but you've been through something, you're not alone, kind of a way. It helped a lot. And it wasn't, I saw her for one-on-one help as well as a group setting. So I think knowing that I wasn't alone and being in that group and seeing the other faces, that it wasn't just me. I'm not alone, and other people felt a lot of the same way. It's kind of bittersweet in a way. It's reassuring to know you're not alone, and to know that you're not you're not the only one, and you're not fighting this by yourself, that you have a strong group of females that have been through it, and maybe not the same situation, but other situations that are similar, and to realize that you're stronger than you think. And I'm kind of a religious person, so God doesn't give you anything you can't handle in a way. Sometimes it seems like he gives you a little bit too much, but knowing that there's other people that have been through it and have experienced at least something to an extent, it helps a lot, because it gives you that feeling of togetherness, of not being alone, not having to fight it alone, and kind of opening you back up in a way to trust again, and to kind of let people back in.
Did you feel like seeking professional help was going to undermine your faith?
It actually, I lost a lot of faith at first, and I think seeking that help brought me back into my faith.
Okay.
And it made me stronger.
Okay.
It made me a lot stronger. Kind of gave me more faith in myself and a higher power in your faith. But it gave me that extra strength, I think, and being able to develop that was extremely important, at least for me.
Yeah.
Because going after everything, I went into a very dark place, and finally seeking help and eventually easing back, because I'm still working on it. It's been a very long road, but seeking that help and getting back into my faith made a huge impact on where I am today. And I think if I wouldn't have sought that help, I would have gone a very, very, very dark path. When I first hearing about seeking help or being a part of the group, I thought of it as you have to tell your story, details, everything like that, and it's not. It's a group of 5 or 6 other females, and not just females, there's male groups as well, but you're in there with your same gender, so there's no, you know, uneasiness about, oh, there's a male in this group, or oh, there's a female in this group. And it helps out a lot because you see other faces, and you don't tell your story, you don't give any personal information, you don't share what you don't want to. And if somebody does start to kind of share a little bit too much that you're not comfortable with, you can just kind of be like, hey, I'm gonna step out, or hey, you know, this kind of makes me a little uncomfortable. And in the group that I was in, all of the females were very respectful. Everybody had been generally kind of sharing information, but it wasn't anything specific. And I think a lot of us related to each other by the end of it a lot more than we thought we would going into it. And I know by the end of it, we were all a lot closer than first going in. I know when we first went in, we were all just kind of looking at each other and sat back, and none of us really wanted to talk or say anything. And then by the end, we were all, it's been an hour already, you know, and it was just, we had so much more to talk about. And a lot of the group isn't just, let's rehash, you know, what happened and why it happened and this, that, and the other. It's, we're not going to focus on what happened. We're going to focus on making you stronger and show you that this doesn't define who you are. This happened. I think healing is more finding yourself again, and, well, not finding yourself again, but finding the new you, because you'll never be the same. But learning who you are again, and building your confidence, your self-confidence, feeling okay in your own skin again, learning to trust again, slowly opening back up, because it's not going to happen all at once, but slowly opening back up to your coworkers, to your friends, to your family, to the world in a way. Just building up the pieces of yourself. I talked earlier about coming out of your shell. Everybody has their own protective wall that they kind of build around themselves, and I think of that as building up your wall again, but building up your wall within yourself, not around you, but within yourself. Because every little piece of your wall is a piece of yourself, whether it's self-respect, respect for others, self-image is a huge one, because I know for me, after everything happened, I blamed myself, and I wouldn't look in the mirror because I didn't like myself. I thought it was my fault. And part of that healing process is knowing, yes, that it wasn't your fault, but also feeling comfortable in your own skin and being healthy, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally, and getting your self-confidence back and just becoming stronger as a person. I think it's a huge part of it.